Xbox Guy 510 today with a beautiful Wii build. We had built another modified Wii. I did a little bit different. I'm messing around with some channels, so if you're curious on this, these are just basically shortcuts. If you want to get emulators, the emulators are all here. If you want to do the Wii games, all the Wii games are here. Let's go to the most important thing. So if you want to play GameCube or Wii games, you just launch the USB GSX loader. It's very simple. It's going to load up off the hard drive. You'll know you have the hard drive plugged in it because it needs to go into this slot, and it will configure the hard drive. You won't get any errors. There's two USB slots, so obviously make sure that it's correct. You'll see the hard drive load, and we have our hard drive, and there's 174 games. It has both Wii and GameCube games on it. Let me give you guys the tour. Basically, all the bangers. Pokemon's on there, Punch-Out, Resident Evil, Scarface, Sonic games, a lot of GameCube, Star Fox, Mario, of course, Sunshine, gotta have that. Smash Brothers, both versions. House of the Dead's on there, Zelda's. Yeah, both variants, the Twilight Princess on GameCube or Wii, Hit and Run, basically all the good ones. I added tennis, someone was asking for tennis, Wario World, and of course Wii Sports and Resorts and Mario Kart Fun. So if you want to play a game, it's actually really easy. If you want to play Batman, you just select the game, go over, and then you hit start, and then your controller will load the game, you'll be good to go. It's off the hard drive, it's very fast, you're good to go, boom. When you're done playing, you just hit the menu button here, and you just go Wii menu, yes, and this will return to the Wii menu for you, and you'll load back into GSX Loader, and go from there. So yeah, it's very simple to play and to access. This is a modified Wii. I have opened this Wii up and serviced it as well, and if you want to play the emulators, it only has a 4 gig card on it, so doesn't have as many games. I kind of picked and chose a bunch just because it's if you load like 5,000 games, it's kind of pointless. So let me kind of show you. So if you also can launch USB GSX Loader from this menu. This is our Nintendo game, Sega Homebrew browser. You don't need the preloader. That's just something I set up. Nintendo, it's for GameCube, but I'd recommend running from the USB loader. N64 is on here, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and the rest are just add-ons you're not ever going to use. So if you want to play Game Boy, you can also launch from the menu. You basically just click on load. It's very simple. You just pick the game you want to play in the menu, and you're good to play. It's just that many. So all the Pokemons. You want to play Pokemon Crystal? It's just that simple. And you're able to play Pokemon Crystal on Game Boy Advance. And we're done playing. Very easy. Hit the menu button, and just go back to main menu. Hit OK. When you're done playing, you just hit exit, and it will load you back into the Homebrew menu right here, and you can play something else. Say you want to play Super Nintendo, it's actually very similar, same way. My sensor is way over here, and I keep forgetting. Super Nintendo, same thing, hit load. Sorry, let me focus the camera. Same thing, you have all of the Super NES games. Boom. Super good. You want to play Star Wars, you'll play Star Wars. One thing to note, with Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, you do want to get a controller, like a GameCube controller, and I'll set your controllers up, because you definitely want to play with a controller with more buttons. I believe I have it set up for the GameCube, pretty sure. And I'll just plug in the top here. Yeah, see I just press start. I'm going to show you can use the GameCube controller, which you would want to use for any game that has multiple. This game is very fun, but it's very difficult, if anyone's ever played it before. Let me just show you on the controller. See? It was on the GameCube controller. Well, anyways, yeah. I'm playing with one hand, but yeah, when you're done playing, same thing, hit start menu, And you can use your GameCube controller to go to the main menu, and you can do a bunch of cool stuff. You know, it's emulators. So yeah, so you have that when you're all done playing. Same thing, hit exit. The only thing that's really different is Sega Genesis. You have to pick your ROMs, where the ROM's at, and then the N64 is a little. I'll show you the N64. This is probably the only real complicated one. So the N64 is actually on the SD card. You could put it on the hard drive, but the hard drive's full. The hard drive has all the things. And if you notice, see how the controller has two controllers plugged in? It gets the Wii and the GameCube controller. It's very simple. You go hit load ROM, and we're using the SD card. So go SD card, and you could pick your thing, and you can hit next. So this doesn't have all the N64 games. It's just very short selection. So if you want to play Mario 64, you hit Mario 64, hit OK, and then go to play. Play game here at the bottom. Play game. And you'll pick up your GameCube controller, because you're playing with a different one. And you can use your GameCube controller to play Super N64 games on your Wii. So let me show you. So look, see how I'm using the GameCube controller? And then when you're done playing, honestly, the best way is actually go to the machine and hit reset. Hit the reset button here, and then it'll bring you back to the menu. And then with your Wii controller, you want to hit quit. That's the best way to exit the N64 emulator. It's the fastest. I think there's a button combination. It's like RB, down B. It's like pretty annoying to do, so that's one way to get out of it. And then let me show you Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis and Nintendo are basically the same thing, so very similar. The Sega is the only one that has like a warning screen here when you load up. So it has like, basically it's not for sale, obviously. And then you just go load game, and then for Sega Genesis, the Mega Drive is the same thing as a Sega Genesis. You click on Mega Drive, and I already have all the Mega Drive games here. And you have this, you can press down. It's a big library. And I clicked on one of them, and it's just that simple. Same thing too, when you're done playing with the Sega Genesis, hit the menu button, menu, and then you'll just go click on exit, and exit to system menu or return to loader. I'd recommend just return to loader if you want to play some more, or exit to system menu. The great thing about this box is it also reads disk. So you have your GSX loader, and then when you're done playing, you can hit home, and you also can go exit to system menu here. So if you don't want to be in this menu, exit to system menu. Makes it very easy to use for a modified Wii. So this is your modified Wii. Pretty much how I do all my Wiis are the same way. I have an SD card and a hard drive. They work really well together. One thing to note on this Wii, I'm going to show you guys, is pretty cool. Hopefully I'm either look really stupid. So this Wii actually, I don't know if that one's going to work. I got a bunch of burned games. I probably won't include this, but this game, I modified this to read burn disc. It still will read normal Wii games, but these burn discs are pretty scratched. So obviously I got them for free, so I'm just testing them out. I thought it was kind of cool that you could put a burn game in and see if it will read. Of course it's not going to read. Oh, it did read. See? Kirby's Epic Yarn. So you can play burn games off this disc. I don't really recommend burn games since you have the hard drive, but you know, let's say you can play it off the burn game just to show you. So we're playing off a rewritable CD-ROM on our modified Wii, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it replaces. See how much faster the hard drive loads though compared to the disk drive. So we're waiting for the disk drive to pull up. So the hard drive's always gonna be faster. But we're able to play this game on the Wii. And we're done playing the same thing, like a Wii. You're gonna eject. Let me show you guys a normal Wii game as well, real fast. If you know, you know. I only play the best games. So actually, I need to reboot. I just realized that. Let's go ahead and put this guy in. It's very difficult to record. I'm gonna reset actually. Go and reset. So we have our 4 GB SD card inside the slot. We have our 256 SSD into USB, and it connects in the back of here. And just to show the disk drive does work, and let me show another cool thing. So I've been working with, I'm not a huge fan of this. I think just going through the Homebrew channel to get through everything's better, but I did set up some forwarders here. So if you want to play Nintendo, you can just launch the forwarder just from this menu. I'm still playing with this because I'm not a huge fan of the forwarders. But it does work. Like I said, I was testing Street Fighter, so you can get right into your Nintendo or Game Boy from the main menu, which I know people like. And again, you want to play a Nintendo game, it's pretty much, you know, obviously we legally own all these Nintendo games. Space Invaders, same thing, you're good to play. And then the cool thing about Nintendo, when you're done, hit the home button, main menu, okay, and exit. yeah, and this is our modified Wii. Sorry, this is a 10-minute long video. So when you're done playing the Wii, I'd recommend shutting down correctly because it is running a hard drive and SD card. You want it to last. You don't want anything to corrupt. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Just Dance disc game out. So it reads burn games and normal games, just FYI. And then when you're done playing, I'd recommend going here and just hit the power button, turn the machine off gracefully, and you're good to go. Hope you guys enjoy my modified Wii. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below.